ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु विज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 65, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied the story of King Nirga. Now in this chapter there is description of Balaram's visit to Vrindavan. Sri Shuka Uvacha Balbhadraha Kurushreshthah Bhagavan Rathamasthitah Sruhidya Drikshu Utkantha Prayayu Nanda Gokulam. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said that, O Parikshit, best of the Kurus, Balaram, the Supreme Lord, riding a chariot and very eager to see his relatives, he came to Nanda Gokula. So this is after a long time, Balaram is coming. Uddhava has already been here. Now it's Balaram who arrives. So Sri Vishnu Chakravarti says that Panchashashti Tame Ramo Goshtham Gatva Sabandhubhi Militah Sviya Gopibhi Reme Krishnam Chakar Sacha. Says that in this 65th chapter there is a description of Balaram's visit to Goshtha or Gokula, and he met his relatives, his friends, and also met his gopis and danced with them, and he also pulled Yamuna out of anger. Balbhadra iti nanu prema mahodadhi Krishna katham brajam nayayav iti ched uchyate. So if somebody raises a question that Krishna, who is an ocean of love, why is that he did not visit Braja? Uddhava came and now Balaram is coming, but Krishna, he did not come. So he says in this regard, following is to be said. So he makes two slokas to explain this. Preyasihi prema vikhyataha Pitravati vatsalau prem vasyascha Krishnas tyanstaktva na kathameshyati matveva yadavah pratya avdhanan harer gatau vraja prema pravardhi sva leeladhinatvam eyusha. So Sri Vishnu Chakravarti explains that why Krishna did not come. He says it is because the Yadavas were always obstructing him from coming to Vraj. So, Abadhanan Harer Gatau. Why did they do that? Because they knew that Krishna has his beloved gopis who are famous for their love for Krishna. And then he has his parents there, Nanda and Yashoda, who are very deeply in love with him. So what is the problem if somebody loves you? Anything wrong with it? He says the problem is that Krishna, he is called Prema Vashya, that he becomes controlled by love. And if he went there, then he will not come back to Dwarka. And they did not want that. So therefore, whenever Krishna thought or planned, they will deviate his mind and kept on postponing it. That no, you should not go. Wait. So this is how Yadavas, they thought, and thus somehow or other did not allow him to come. And moreover, Krishna also had some plan that he wanted to increase the love of the Vrajvasis in separation. So Vraja Prema Pravardhi Swalila Adhinatvam Iyusha. And this also forced him to stay away because his Leela Shakti was acting like that. So this is the reason that Krishna did not come. Nanu tarhi baldevapi swaprana preshta bhrataram krishnam taktva ekaki eva gantum narhati tatraha utkantha. So then one may also raise a question that how is it that Balaram came? Because he also loves Krishna more than his own life. So Krishna is his brother and Balaram loves him very much. So how is it that Balaram was able to give up Krishna and come alone? So for that in the sloka, Sukdev said, Sruhida Didrikshur Utkantha, that his eagerness to see his relatives was very intense, and that was the only cause. Ati Utkantha Chulukita Dharya Vivekadirityani. So his intensity of desire to come to Vraja was so great that he lost his viveka, his sense of making good decision. And therefore, he came. It's like when you get intoxicated. Then person who is intoxicated cannot think clearly and may be inconvinced by someone else to do something. So, same thing. His utkantha, his eagerness. He loves Krishna, there is no doubt, but he was very eager to see, and he was expecting that Krishna will come with him. Otherwise he would have come earlier. But he did not come for so long because he kept on waiting, and it never happened. So finally he asked Krishna that, you are not coming, so what if I go myself? And he said, okay, go. So this is what Utkantha is here. Parishvaktas chirotkantair gopair gopi bhirevacha ramo bhivadya pitrau ashe bhir abhinanditaha. So he came, there is not much description of his arrival, how he entered, like in case of Uddhava and Akrura, there were some descriptions when they came here, what they saw and how they were received. There is nothing like that. So next thing he says that he came, and since there was a long separation, so he embraced the Gopas and the Gopis, and the Gopa Gopi Bhirevacha. So he was embraced by cowherd men and cowherd women, and he also respected them. So these are the senior cowherd men. So when they saw him, they embraced him, and the elderly Gopis also embraced him. And Balram, he also bowed down to them. Pitrau Ashibha, he also bowed down to Nanda and Yashoda, and also got blessed by them in return. Nityananda Swarupapi Prem Tapto Vrajau Kusam Yayau Krishnamapi Tyaktva Yastam Ramam Muhustama. So Vishwanath Chakravarti writes one sloka in praise of Balram. He says that he is Nityananda Swarupa, he is eternal bliss personified, and he was burning in love for the Vrajvasis. Therefore he came alone, leaving Krishna behind. I bow down to such a Balram. Gopi bhir matri vayasyabhi. So the gopis which are mentioned in this sloka who embraced him, they are the gopis who are on the level of Mother Yashoda. Pitrau iti tasya tayosya bhavanusarena uktam. And Pitrau means Nanda and Yashoda, so they embraced, and he also bowed down to them. So abhinandito babhuva. So people expressed their love to him, and he also gave respect to them. Chiram napahi dasarha sanujo jagadishvaraha ityaropya ankam alingya netre sisichatur jalavi. So Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, they took Balram in their lap. Ityaropya ankam, embraced him, and they showered torrent of tears and bathed him. And they said that, O Dasarha, O Balram, please protect us for a long time. Along with your brother, you are Jagdishwara. You are the Supreme Lord. Sanujopi tvam Jagdishvara iti. So along with brother, you are the Jagdishvara, means both of you. Iti sarvatra sruyase tadapi vriddhao swamata pitro avam na palayasi katham iti. He says, we hear everywhere that you are Lord, you are Bhagwan. So that if that is the case, why you are not taking care of us, the old parents? So we are your parents and we are old and you have become too modern, like they put the modern people in old age home. So you went away, like at least they stay till they are 18, you left even when you were 11. So you became too modern. Right? They left the parents and they never came back. They got married, they have children. And now you are coming. No Mother's Day, no Father's Day. Nothing. At least people meet their mother on Mother's Day. But you don't do that even. And now you have come. So stay for a long time. That is the meaning. Chiram pahina dasara. So katham ituktva pratham nandas tato yashoda cha baladankam aropya sachumbanam alingya netrai netrajai. So first Nanda Maharaj took Balaram in his lap. Now just think that Balaram is a grown-up man now. He already is married, he already had children. But Nanda Maharaj is taking him just like a young boy in his lap and pouring rain of tears on his head out of love. And when he was sitting like this, then Yashoda pulled him from his lap and put Balaram in her lap and kissed him and embraced and poured so many tears on him. So this is so much love. They are crying like anything to see him. That how is that he have just disappeared, never came back. Gopa vruddhanscha vidhivat yavishthairabhivanditaha yathavayo yatha sakhyam yatha sambandhamatmanah. So he met the elderly cowherd people. As the practice is, vidhivat means in a very respectful manner. And then he met different cowherd people according to their age and his relationship. So yathavayo yathasakyam. So as his friendship, because some were senior to him, some were same age, some were junior. So he met everyone accordingly. So some he gave respect, some he embraced, some he blessed, those who are younger to him. Gopa vruddhan abhivadya yavishthair abhivandito babhuva iti anu. So he says the meaning is that those who are senior, he bowed down to them. Those who are junior to him, they bowed down to him. Yatha vaya iti vaya adi anurupam gopalan. So yatha vaya means as according to their age he received them. So cowherd boys, hasya hastagraha alinganadivi. So with some he was joking, with some he was shaking their hand, with some he is embracing them. Samupetya tat samipa gamanadina militva. So they came together. Samupetyat gopalan hasya hastagrahadibhi vishrantam sukhamasinam paprachuri pariyupagata. So when Balaram has eaten and he has taken rest and he was sitting in a relaxed manner, then all the cowherd boys, they came to him and joked with him. So with some he was holding their hands, some he was embracing, and they asked various questions to him when he came there. So tat samipa gamanadina militva vishrantam bhojanantram kritshayanam punascha sukhamasinam tanam anamayam kushlam paprichu. So these cowherd people came when he has taken rest, he has eaten, and he has slept for some time. And when he woke up and he was sitting peacefully, happily, then they came and asked him his well-being. Prishtasya namayam sveshu prem gadgadaya gira krishne kamal patrakshe sanyasta khila radhasaha. So these cowherd friends, they asked him, because they were also grown up by now, so many years have passed. So they asked, how is everybody? How is Vasudev, Devaki and others, in a very faltering voice out of love. And then they asked Krishna, how is Krishna? So they were all very devoted to Sri Krishna. Everything meant only for Krishna's pleasure. Their very life, all their body, mind, speech, the activities, sanyasta akhila radhasa. So that is their situation. So tena ramena pi sveshu gopeshu va premna gadgadaya gitaya te gopa kuslam krishta. And Balram also asked them, how is everybody, cowherd people, friends. Te gopasya krishne samyak prakare nestani arpitani akhilasya dehadi vyavaharasya radhamsi siddhayo yeste. And these cowherd people have dedicated everything to Krishna, all their bodily needs, bodily desires, bodily activities, all for his sake. Krishna gamana dinam arabhya tesham svabhavikyo shen bhojanadi kriya naiv siddhanti ityartha. So what is the significance of this? It says significance is that since the time Krishna left, they have not taken care of their body properly, they are not eating properly, they are not dressed nicely, they don't sleep well, because they are so much in separation from Krishna. So now they are bombarding Balram with questions. Kachinno bandhava rama sarve kuslamasate kachit smarthano rama yuyam dara sutanvitaha dishtya kamso hata papo dishtya mukta sruhit janaha nihatya nirjatya ripun dishtya durgam samashritaha Gopyo hasanta paprichu Ram sandarsanadritaha Kachidaste sukham Krishna purastri janavallabha Kachit smarti va bandhun pitram mataram chasa apyasav mataram drashtum shakridapi agamishyati apiva smarte asmakam manusevam mahabhajaha. So they asked him that, oh Balram, as all the family members well in Dwarka, sarve kuslam asate Rama, and do they remember us? Kachit smarthano Rama, yuyam dar satanvita, do you also remember us now that you are married and you have children? So from this dar satanvita it is clear that when Balram came, he was not only married but he had children. So this has been a long gap since he came there, or since he left and returned. So they are remembering dishtya kamso hatah papo dishtya mukta sruhit janaha nihatya nirjatya ripun dishtya durgam samashrita. He says, by good fortune Kamsa is killed. He was a very sinful person, and all the family members have been released from his captivity. And after killing him and conquering over the enemies, it is good that you are all living in a fortress where no enemies can come. So it is interesting that so much time has passed. Still they are saying, oh, Kamsa has been killed. It must be at least 15-20 years. So still in their memory, because probably this is what they are talking every day and thinking that he will come. And then the gopis, the younger gopis, they also spoke while laughing. Gopya hasante papracho Ram sandarshanadrita. They felt respected seeing Rama. He says, Kachchidaste sukham Krishna. So jokingly they are asking, that is Krishna fine there? Well with the city girls. Says, we are simple-hearted, cowherd women, but now he has all these fancy ladies from the city. Is he happy? Kachit smrati va bandhun pitram matram cha. Does he ever remember his friends here, his mother, his father? Which also implies, does he also remember us? They are not saying, but then they say, Apiyaso matram drashtum sakrid apiyagamishyati. Says, will he ever come here to see his mother? Apiva smarate asmaka manuseva mahabhuja. Does he remember us and the various types of services that we did to him? He who has long arms. Tatra vriddha prichanti kachinno asmakamiti. So in the first sloka, when they are asking how are the relatives, how is everybody, this is question raised by the elderly cowherd men. Saman vayasa prichanti smartha no asman. And those who are of equal age, they asked him that, do you also remember us? And then gopis are asking, Gopya Sri Krishna Prayasya. So these gopis are those who are the beloveds of Krishna. Hasantya iti unmad bodhakam. But they were laughing. So how is that they are laughing when Krishna is not there and they are in separation? So he says this shows their state of unmad in separation. It's one of the sanchari bhavas. Madness. Tadris mahavirah dukhe Shri Baldevasya agre tadris param lajjavati nam kathamannita hasa sambhavet. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that except if we do not accept or think that they were in the state of unmad or this madness, how is it possible that they are in an intense misery or grief of separation from Krishna, that they are laughing and they are very shy and then laughing in front of Balram? That is not normal for them to do that. So this is only if they are in this state of frenzy out of love, in separation. Ramo api tan mahabhav lakshanam adhigamya eva ta sammanaya masa eva. And Balram also, understanding that they are in the state of mahabhava, he honored them. So that's why Ram sandarshanadrita it is said. Natu avhelaya masa. He did not disregard them or disrespect them, thinking, why are they laughing? This is not proper. Ramena kartra sandarshanena swanuja premavat presi buddhya svakartrikena savatsalya darshanena karanena adrita. So Balram respected them because they saw him, and just as they love Krishna, so he also was affectionate towards them, being senior to Balram. So he showed like a Vatsalya bhav towards them. Because the senior person, they have Vatsalya. Kachit Krishnas tatra sukham aste. So they asked that, is Krishna happy there? So Balram says, Nanu yusmad virhe tatra tasya kutah sukham. So Balram says, how can Krishna be happy when he is in separation from you? Tatrahu pura. So then the gopis are replying, Purastri Jana Vallabha. He says, because he is the beloved of the city women, so he would forget us, the simple girls of village. So he says that Nagari Sundari Stri Praptasya Tasya Kuto Asmakam Gramyanam Virah Dukha Sambhavet. So the gopis are jokingly saying that he has now found this beautiful city ladies. So where is the question that he has separate love or feeling separation or grief in separation from us village ladies? Atah sukham ghate te vaiti bhava. So meaning that he is just happy there and enjoying. Asman mas maratu nam. So let him not remember us. But does he remember his relatives, his friends here in Vraja, Bandhun, Pitrivya Matuladin, his uncles, maternal uncles, Pitram Nandam, does he remember his father Nanda Maharaj, Matram Yashoda Chakim, Smarati Nava, does he remember them or not? Sringar Rasvilasena Asmatta Sta Purastriyo Adhikas Tamadhikam Sukhanti Ti Janima Eva. So now they said that does he remember the service we did to him? So what is the service? Then he is explaining that. He says that we understand that Krishna, he enjoys the loving affairs with women, and we can understand that these ladies of the cities, they are more expert in love affairs, and certainly they are giving Krishna more pleasure than what we could give. But these ladies cannot make garland the way we make, because that is not their expertise. They are queens. They never made any garland. They have servants. So therefore saying Kintu Vanmala Virachana, and they don't know how to give a massage. Because gopis, they are not queens. So they can do physical service, but the queens don't know. Sthasaka Sampadana, Kusuma Pallav Maya Vyajana, and they don't know how to fan him with the flowers, or make bed, or make canopies. Ullocha adi nirmanadishu vayam tasya smriti patham avasyam yama evaiti bhiprayana prichanti. So they are saying that he certainly must remember all these services that we did to him, because this the queens cannot do. So with that in mind, they are asking that does he remember our services? Apichaiti smarate smarati mahabhujaiti tasya peen bhuji aur bhakti cheda ritya kumkum ras charcha na jane sampratam kidrishi bhavati. And they are calling him as Mahabhuja, means he has long arms. So he says that he has very long and stout arms, and we used to make various types of design on that with kumkum and sandalwood, but we don't know if someone is doing now or not. So that is the intention behind it. Mataram, Pitram, Bhratrin, Patin, Putran, Swasurapi, Yadarthe Jahime, Dashar hai Dustajan Swajanan Prabhu. So they are saying that, O Balram, the Lord, We gave up our mother, our father, our brother, our husbands, our children, our sisters, everything which are very difficult to give up, but we renounced all that for the sake of Krishna. But how is he? Tanah sadhya parityajya gata sanchinna sahrida katham nu tadrisham stribhir na shraddhiyet bhashitam. So, but he gave up just like that and went away. Did not even inform us in advance, no text message, nothing, that I am going to leave. He says this Akrura fellow came and he left with them. So how can he be trusted? Katham nu tadrisham stribhir na shraddhiyet. He says the women should never trust him, whatever he says, because he is not trustworthy. So comment on this. Nanu bho Krishna priya sa premvan Krishna sada va smarati eva iti. So Balaram is saying that, oh beloved of Krishna, Krishna is full of love for you and therefore he is always remembering you. Don't think like that. Iti chet na ananya gati nasmakam parityagena tat premni na vishwasina ityaho. So if he says like this, then the gopis are saying that that's not true. We cannot trust him. Although we have no other shelter, he is our only shelter. Ananya gati nasmakam parityagena. But he gave us up. So how can he be trusted in relationship with, in love? So, nanu tarhi tad gamne yusmabhi pratibandha kim na kritam. So Balaram is saying that when he was leaving, why didn't you stop him? You should have put some obstacle. Tena sardhameva va katham na gata. Or you should have gone with him. Why did you not do that? Tatraho trina patravat sanchinnam swahidam prema shrinkhala yena sa. So then they are saying that he broke sanchinna swahida. They have used this word that he has cut the relationship of love. So how can we go with him? Just like you can cut the grass or you can cut the leaf from the tree. So sanchinnam swahidam prema shrinkhala. The chain of love was broken by him. Ataha kathaya kim vayam kurma. So now you tell us what shall we do. We cannot just stick to him when he does not like us. Iti bhava nanu tarhi tena vina pran dharanat yusmabhirapi tasmin prema chinnam eva iti chet. So he says that you are surviving without him. So you should also cut your bondage of love towards him. Tit for tat. If he has cut, you also cut. Why are you hanging on to it? So Maivam. So he says, yeah, we should have done that, but we are not cutting because he keeps sending the messages. I'm coming, I'm coming. She sent Uddhava, now he is sending you. Ayasya iti dutu dwara muhur uktya achinnaya api prem shrinkhalaya punar granthanath. He says he is very clever. That although he broke the rope of love, but then he ties it back through the messenger that I am coming. So he keeps holding. And nirganchanto api asmakam prana punarbadhva tena sthapita. So therefore our life air, which was about to leave, because he cut the rope of love, But then he ties it back, so the life here comes back. It doesn't leave. Nanu tarhi sayayastiti eva katham adhira. So he says, if that is the case, then he will come. Why are you being so impatient? If he is sending message, then he will come. So he says, no. Adyapi anagamanat tena tada tanmrishayeva bhashitam. Iti adhuna vimrashama. He says, if he has to come, he would have come by now. But he did not come. So from that we can understand that he is just telling lies. He is not truthful. Katham tarhi tad bhasite tada vishwastam. So then why do you believe his words that he will come back, he will come back? Tatrahu kathanuiti stribhir vakrabuddhibhir asmabhir tadrasham bhasitam katham na shandhiyat. So he says that what can we do? We are women and we are simple hearted. And we are not very learned. So therefore, it is not possible for us not to believe him. So this is our situation. Katham na shandhiyat. Now there are more gopis who are speaking. This is a little bit of love talk. Katham nu grananti anavasthitan manovacha kritagnasya buddha purastriyaha grananti vaichitra kathayasya sundara smitavaloko chavasitas smaratura. So saying that how is that these purastris, the city ladies, they are able to trust his words, he who is very ungrateful person, kritagna. So katham nu grananti anavasthita manovacha. When his mind is very flickering and his words are full of lies. So how is that these city ladies trust him? So the other one says they trust him because Krishna is very good talker. He is a very sweet talker and he has that charming smile. So when he smiles and he says something, the other people, they get just so infatuated that they just believe him. So grinanti vaichitra kathasya sundara smita avaloka uchvansitam smaratura. And then he also has very compassionate looks. So then the ladies who are troubled by Cupid, they believe him. So this is the reason. So kincha vanya striyo vayam nirbuddhya evasma. He says that we are forest women and therefore we are not intelligent. Nagariyasta adi sudhiya striyas tad bhasite katham vishwasanti ityahu. But we have heard that the city women are very learned, educated. So how is that they fall into his trap when he speaks? So they don't know about the digital arrest. And how you trap by talking. So the city ladies also fall into the trap. So ta pratiyanya samadadhantiyahu. When one was speaking like this, some of these gopis were speaking, then one of them is giving the solution. And solution is chitra kathasya mithya kathapi tanmukhe vismarasmai paramasvadvi bhavati iti. He says that he is the master of speech, and when he speaks, even the false words appear to be true. So therefore, those who hear it, they believe it. and his words have that very special, astonishing taste, that the speech sounds very sweet and palatable. Katharasa swada tyaga samarthya shanvanti. And because they cannot give up his katha, therefore they hear him. It's like in the Brahmar Gita also, it was said, Dustajay tat kathartha. So Radharani was saying that we should never trust anybody who is black in color, because Mrigireva Kapindram Vivyadhe Lubda Dharma, that he killed this Bali, brother of Sugriv, just like a hunter kills a deer hiding behind a tree. And Striyamakrit Nirupa, Strijit Kamyamana. And he cut although he didn't do it, but his brother did it, Supankha, who approached him. And Balimapi Balimatva, Veshtivad Dhangshvat. And Bali Maharaj, he only wanted to give him charity, he tied him down. So he says, let's not talk about him. But then they say it is very difficult not to talk about him. This tajas tat kathartha. So similar thing he is saying, that his speech is so nice, amazing, wonderful, that you just feel like hearing him again and again. So therefore we hear. Hetu antram api asti, there is more reason. Sundara smita purvavlokena uchvasita udbhuya praviddhoya smarastena atura. And then he has a very beautiful smile, and his looks are very piercing, and this incites the feelings of love so much that you are taking deep breath, uchvasita, and become eager to hear him. Kimnas tat kathaya gopyah katha katheta paraha yati asmabhir vina kalo yadi tasya tathevana. Then another gopi is saying that, oh gopis, why are you talking about him? Just forget about him, let's talk something else. If he can pass time without us, we also do the same. So don't talk about him. Sata sarva prati anya ati asuya prema sanrabhavanti aho. So to all these gopis, another one, she speaks out of anger or love anger and says, don't talk about him. Kalas tavat tasya cha asmakam cha yati eva. He says his time is also passing, our time is also passing. Kintu tasya sukhena asmakam dukhena iti van tasmad vishesha. He says the time is passing for everybody, because time doesn't stop, right? Time is going on. So the only difference is that he is enjoying and we are suffering. Because he is with his wife, children, he is happy. And we are suffering because we are thinking of him. But time is going on. Sanyukta jivanti viyukta mriyante. So generally, the rule is that when lovers are together, they live happily. When they get separated, they die. But our situation is not even that. We are not even dying in separation. That would have been better. Vayam tu na jivamo na mriyamahe. But we are also not living. He says our situation is that we are neither living nor dying. We are live dead people. Iti anyastribhyasya vishesho. Therefore, we are even different from other women who are in love. Vidhatra eva asmakam lalate likhitas tatra ka pratikara. He says there is no solution for this, because the fate itself has written this for us, that we will continue to suffer in separation. We will neither die nor live. So that's our situation. We cannot blame anybody, but it's just our own fate. Iti prahasitam shaurer jalpitam charu vikshitam gatim prem parishvangam smarantyor urudostriyaha. So these women, these gopis, they were speaking like this about Krishna and talking about his smile, his talks, his beautiful looks, his attractive gait, and his embraces full of love. So remembering all this, they all started crying loudly. स्वीय सुधारस्मय प्रहसितादि शल्य पंचकेन तासाम हृदयं विभिद्य कृष्णचंद्रेण गतः तस्ता कथम जीवन्तु कथम म्रियन्ताम् इति श्री बलदेव अग्रेपि विवलीभूय रुरुदुरेव. So he is making an interesting comment here. Says that there are 5 things which are mentioned in this verse. Number 1 is Krishna's smile. Number 2 is his sweet talks. Number 3 is lovely looks. Number 4 is attractive walk or gait. And number 5 is his embrace is full of love. So he says these 5 things are like the 5 arrows of Cupid. Cupid is having 5 arrows. So these are Krishna's 5 arrows. So it is as if Krishna came there when they were remembering him, and he shot these 5 arrows into their heart and pierced it, and then he left. So it's just like you hit somebody with arrow, the person is not dying, but also not living, is in pain and crying. So therefore the gopis are saying that we are neither katham jivantu katham mriyantam. How do we live and how do we die? And saying like this, they began crying in front of Baldev. So that's their situation. Sankarshanastah Krishnasya sandesai hridyangamai santvayamasa bhagwan Nana anudaya anudaya kovidaha. So then Bhagavan Balram, what he did, because now it is his job to pacify them. So then he spoke to them the message which Krishna has sent with him. And these messages were very touching to the heart. Sandesai hridyangamai Krishnasya sankarshana sta santvayamasa. And with this message, he was able to console them, pacify them, because he is a master of consolation. Nana anunaya kovida. And it is not that he spoke in just one way, so in different ways. Don't worry, he is coming, he is always remembering you. And do you remember he did this and he did that. So in this way, he pacified them. Krishnasya sandesairiti uddhavasya dasya bhava sankarshanasya vatsalya bhavasya krishnena na ganita. किंतु उभयोर अनयो सख्य भावेव संदेश प्रेषण हेतुरभूतिति गेयम्. So here in this sloka it is said that Krishnasya sandesai, that the messages which Krishna sent, and these messages were messages of love. Now he says that Uddhava also came, and Uddhava's predominant mood is Dasya Bhav. And Balram, although he is brother, but he is senior to him, So his predominant mood is like Vatsalya. So Krishna did not disregarded the Vatsalya bhav of Balram and Dasa bhav of Uddhava and only paid attention to the Sakhya bhav. Because Uddhava is also cousin of Krishna, so he also has Sakhya bhav, and Balram also being brother has Sakhya bhav. So only considering the Sakhya bhav, he sent messages through them. Bahuvachanena, and there is a plural which has been used here, Sandeshair, not just Sandesha. So he says that, what does this mean? So this means that Kaschid Sandesho Gyan Garbha, Kaschid Anunaya Garbha, Kaschid Prabhava Garbha. So plural means at least 3 or more. So he is giving 3, that at least there were 3 types of messages. Some messages were having knowledge in that. Knowledge like Krishna is like God, he is everywhere, he is like Paramatma. There is no separation from him, he is in the heart of everyone. So where is the separation? This type of giving Vivek. Then others were Anunaya, means like a request that please don't be upset, I will come, I am stuck here, I have few more things to take care, I am coming, just wait, don't be impatient, like that. So that is Anunaya. And Kaschit Prabhava Garbha, and some showing his influence. So what is that is not very clear. Iti evam bahava eva sandesha hridyangamayir iti rahasyatvat sarvat prakashitum anarhair iti bhava. So in this way he sent various messages, and the word hridyangam means the messages affected their heart. So which also means that these were very secret messages and they cannot be revealed. So therefore nothing is mentioned what was the message. At least when Uddhava spoke, he spoke something that this is what Krishna has said. But here there is no mention. Nana anunaya kovida iti bhovatsa samashvasita sampratam ahameva dvaravarti gatva baladeva tamihya anishyami naham uddhava eva tadadhina eva kevalam iti saprodhim agyapaka ityartha. So he is called as an expert in consoling. So what does it mean? As if he said that, oh girls, don't be upset, I will go to Dwarka and forcibly I will bring him back. I am not like Uddhava who is under him. I am his brother, I am senior to him. So have trust in me. So in this way he consoled them. And then they were pacified. So we'll stop here if there is any question. Purushottam Prabhu.
Here, I think when we were reading this, the gopis, it was explained that they were still maintaining their body perfectly, dressing nicely, because they were afraid if Krishna would come and will see us initiated, then we will not like that. But here it is saying that opposite, so how does this reconcile that?
Well, that's why he said that now they don't trust that he will come. Because he says, how can you trust? That's why Balram is Nana Anunaya Kovida. He says, don't worry, I am not Uddhava. Okay, Tanmaji.
I actually had a question from the last class.
You
You were mentioning this Krishna's tolerance of the Brahmanas and Durvasa taunting him, making him run like an animal and throwing stuff on him and all that, and he tolerated it. So this brought to mind something you mentioned many years ago, maybe, that Krishna, there is one thing you cannot do with Krishna, and that is to insult him. Maybe this was in the context of Shishupal. And if you insult him, you can't get away with it. So how do we reconcile these two things?
No, that is from our point of view, that we should not insult. But if you do, it is up to him what he does. So he respects Brahmanas and he is tolerating. That does not mean that Brahmanas have a license to insult him. But just because of the context, he himself is saying that Bahushapantam va. That even if they curse you, Gnantam Sapantam va. Then be tolerant, don't retaliate. Okay? Anything else? All right.